So first, before going to the tools, in this session, we are going to learn about the Balsamiq, Azure RP, and MS Visio tools. Before going to learn about these tools, first we need to know who is BA, where BA will be involved, and why we are as a BA, why we are using these tools. We need to know first. Then we can go with these premium tools. Okay. So first we need to know who is BA and what is the role of the BA. Okay, so a BA will play a key role in implementing the projects. BA will be the bridge between the stakeholders and client. So the roles of BA is to gather the requirements as per the client needs and to document those requirements and to modeling the requirements. Okay. So when we are modeling those requirements, it shows the visual representation in visual format. So we are designing the mockups, prototypes, and UMLs, images, charts, etc. So for that purpose, we are using these tools. So to design that prototypes and mockups, UML diagrams, we are going to use these tools like Balsamiq, Azure RP, and MS Visio. So these are the tools we are covering today in this session. So what are the roles and responsibility of a BA is to gathering the requirements, documenting the requirements, and modeling the requirements. So by using to modeling these requirements, we are using Balsamiq, Azure RP, and MS Visio tools, right? So now we are going to MS Visio tool. First, I'll explain you about the MS Visio tool. Then we can go with the Balsamiq and Azure RP. So MS Visio tool. MS Visio tool is used to create UML diagrams. So UML diagrams we are having the UML diagrams as 9 types, like 5 static and 4 dynamic. Team, whatever I'm explaining you, it will be new for you. So maybe it will take some time to understand the concept. So listen carefully. So when I am going to show you in the tool by using the tools, when I'm showing you, it will be getting clear idea for you. Up to that, please listen carefully with patience so that you will be getting a clear idea about what and what. Okay. So MS Visio is a tool used to create UML and UML diagrams. In UML, we are having with 9 diagrams static and dynamic. So the 5 static are like use case sequence and class activity, components, state charts and packages, collaboration and deployment. And coming to 4 dynamic, those are the sequence diagrams, activity diagrams, state charts and collaboration. These are the things we are having in 5 static and 4 dynamic. Here we need to know what is mean by static, what is mean by dynamic. So static diagram, it shows the process from user's perspective. Okay. So static, it shows from user's perspective, and dynamic uh, dynamic diagram, it shows the workflow going on like from the system's perspective. So from these all these diagrams, we are using use case diagram and activity diagram. So to show the visual representation for the technical team. Okay. So as of now, in from static, I will explain you about the use case diagrams. From static use case diagram, and from dynamic, I will explain you activity diagram. Okay, so that you will be getting how to use these static diagrams and dynamic diagrams, where we are using them and what is the tool we are using it. So MS Visio tool we are using to create these diagrams like use case diagrams and activity diagrams. So use case diagram, it gives a visual representation. Use case diagram, it will give the visual representation from the user's perspective, like who are interacting with the system. Like for example, we are now you are attending for the session, right? You are interacting with the system uh, to attend for the session, right? In this way, who are interacting with the system, it shows from the through the use case diagram. Okay, and activity diagram. Coming to activity oh, okay, after explaining this use case diagram, I will explain you about the activity diagram so that you will get a clear idea about that what is use case and what is activity diagram. So in this use case, we are having to draw this use case diagram. We are having the components like actors, use cases, relationships, and system boundary. Okay, these are the components we are having. A team, listen carefully about these components. Don't get confused whenever you are practicing with these components. Okay, so actors, use cases, relationships. We are having three types of relationships in the to draw this use case diagram, as I will show you while I'm drawing the diagrams in the MS Visio tool. You will be getting a clear idea what are those relationships, what are those use cases, and what are the actors and all. So here the actors we are having two types of actors, that is primary actor and the secondary actor. Okay, primary actor and secondary actor, we are having to draw these use case diagrams. And coming to use cases, we are having with two types, like essential use case and supporting use case. Coming to relationships, we are having three types of relationships. Those are include, extend, and generalization. Okay, these are the relationships we are having to draw these use case diagrams. And coming to system boundary, it separates the users and the system. Okay, so primary actors, we are having two types of actors like primary actor and secondary actor. Primary actor who will initiate the system, like who is interacting with the system, he it will be the primary actor. And secondary actor will support for the primary actor to complete that initiation done by the primary actor. Okay, and coming to use cases, as I told you, we are having two types like essential use case and supporting use case. So essential use case, it shows like the main functionality, whatever the thing we are going to do. For example, let us assume we are going to a Meesho app. We are going with the Meesho app. So whenever we need, for the first time you are going to through open that Meesho app, you have installed it and you are going to open it. So whenever you are opening that Meesho app, it will ask you for the registration, right? So here the registration, whatever the registration you are doing, it will be the main thing. It will come under essential use case. Okay, whatever we are showing the use case in essential use case, whatever we are doing in the essential use case, the mandatory thing, the main functionality we are doing in this essential use case. Coming to supporting use case, whatever the details we are giving, like our name. To register, we need our details like a name, password, and email, right? So whatever the details we are giving, it will come under that supporting use cases. Okay, so essential use case and the supporting use cases we are having the types. And coming to relationships, so we are using these relationships in the to show the relationship between the use case, like essential use case and supporting use case. So here in these use cases, essential use case and supporting use case, as I told you, essential use case, it is a main functionality. Supporting use case, it is a details of that to complete that main functionality. So how these supporting use cases are helpful for the essential use case to complete that main functionality? We are going to show for the technical team by using these relationships like include, extend, and generalization. So here, what is include? What is include means include is nothing but the mandatory thing. Whenever we to complete our main functionality like registration, as I told you, registration, to complete that registration, we need our username and email. Otherwise, okay, username and email, phone number. Okay, here username is mandatory. It will ask the main thing, and in email or phone number, either one thing we are selecting, right? So here the main mandatory thing for the username, we will show this include because it is a mandatory thing to complete that registration, right? So that we are using this include here. Coming to extend, so extend we will use in optional thing. Okay. So like as I told you, we are having email or password. Only one thing we are using, so that to show these kind of situations, to show them, we are using this extend. Coming to generalization, we are using this generalization. We are having multiple options to complete a main functionality, but only we need to use one thing. See here in extend, if you are giving either one, if it is an optional, either we can use or not use, it is our optional. But generalization, in generalization, one thing is mandatory to complete that main functionality. Without having that thing, we can't go with the to complete that functionality. So that in that cases we will use this generalization. So when I am going to show you that use case diagram, you will be getting a clear idea. So now I'll show you in MS Visio tool. See, this is the MS Visual tool we are having. So whenever you are opening the MS Visio tool for the first time, it will show you like this, the types of diagrams we are having, models we are having, like UML model, brainstorming, and the diagram, US units, and audit diagrams. These types it will show you. So we can select anything. So we can go with the software and database, and we can select UML model diagram. Click on create, so that it will show you here in this. Uh, Let me resize it. So this is the use case diagram page, MS Visio tool page. Okay. See here we are having these many types of UML diagrams like UML activity diagram, collaboration diagram, components, deployment, sequence, state chart, static structure. These are all the types of diagrams we are having. So UML diagram, like we are going through the use case diagram now, so that these are the components we are having, like use case. Just a minute. So we are having the use case, actor, as I told you, the actor, and the communication line to show how the user is interacting with the system. We can how a user is completing that functionalities. We can show it by using communication line. And this is the include relationships we are having. This is the system boundary. So as I told you, system boundary, it separates the users and the system. So these are the things we are using, and the extend. Okay. This is the extend relationship. So these are the components we are going to use in this use case diagram. Just a minute, team. Prajwal, is your system not visible? Okay, team, just give me a minute. Team, now is my screen visible? Please respond. Team, is my screen visible now? The MS Visio tool, is it clear now? Okay. Okay, fine, team. Oh, sorry, I didn't observe that it is not visible. Okay. Okay, fine. So now it is clear, right? Okay, fine. Thank you. See, okay, fine. I'll explain you from starting about this tool. See, this is the MS Visio tool we are having. So in this MS Visio tool, we are whenever we are opening the MS Visio tool for the first time, we need to select the software and database so that it will show you like how many types of flow charts we are having, how many types of diagrams we are having. It will show you here. So for to draw the use case diagram, so we can select this UML model diagram, click on create so that it will show you the screen, how many UML diagrams we are having, everything it will show you here. So here in this UML activity, we are having these many types of UML diagrams. So like UML activity, UML collaboration, component, deployment, sequence, state chart, everything we are having. So as of now, we are going to do this UML use case, right? So to go with that use case diagram, these are the components we are having like use case and the actor we are having. Communication line. See, this communication line we are using to show like how the user is interacting to complete that main functionality. We can show by using this communication line. And these are, it is a system boundary we are having. So system boundary, it will show you the how it will separate the user and the system and the extend relationship. So this is the include and this is the extend. And I will also show you how we can identify these relationships like include and extend. Okay. So first I will explain you like as I told you, for example, we are going through the e-cart application that is Meesho. So here e-commerce application that is Meesho, it is a use case I'm using. And here we can rename it as e-commerce application. Okay. I'm renaming it. Okay. E-commerce application we are going to complete. So here I'm using use case. This is a use case I'm using to show it is a main functionality. That is the as I told you, we are having two use cases. That is essential use case and supporting use cases. So let me give the supporting use cases here. So these are the use cases we are having essential use case and supporting use case. So let me rename this use case the main functionality essential use case. I let me rename it as registration. So it is changed to registration. So in this way, it is a essential use case. Okay, to show the details like supporting use cases we are using. These are the supporting use cases, and the details whatever we are giving to complete this registration, it will come under supporting use case. Okay, so let me rename it as username. Okay, I'm giving it as username. Here I'm giving email. And the other supporting use case I'm giving as phone number. So these are the details we are taking to complete this registration. So now, as I told you, we are having relationships, right? So relationships we are having like include, extend, and generalization, right? So these are the relationships we are having. So let me show you that relationships how we are using in this MS Visio tool. So this registration to know to as I told you, username, it is a mandatory thing. To show this mandatory thing, we need to use include. Okay, I'm giving include here. See, we are giving this include relationships. In this way, we need to give our include relationship. Okay, and the extend relationship. See, for username, I have given because it is a mandatory thing. To show this mandatory thing, I have used include. Okay, coming to email. So we are having email and phone number. Those are the two options we are having. We can use any one thing. So that here to show this optional thing, I am using extend. So extend, we can give it upwards. Okay, like the arrow must be up towards the essential use case. To show the extend, the arrow must be towards the registration, and to show the include, the arrow must be towards the username. Okay, so this is how we are finding how to show the include and extend relationships, the direction of the arrows. Okay, and coming to phone number, here also I am using extend because these are the optional things we are having. Okay, so in this way we are showing these include and extend. To complete this registration, we are using these details. Username is a mandatory thing, so that I have used it. Include email, it is an optional thing, so that I have used it extend. And phone number, it is also an optional thing, so that I have used it extend. Okay, this is how we have done with the registration. After completing of that registration, we are going to the login. So to log in, we are writing here the login. The supporting use cases, let me take three supporting use cases here. Okay, let me rename it as login. So whenever we are giving double click on that username, it will be getting that it will be getting these use case properties so that you can rename it. Okay, when the thing you need to do is you need to double click on that use case. Okay, so that you can rename it. And here I am giving username for the supporting use case, and the other supporting use cases I am giving the password. And for this another supporting use case I am using forget password. Okay, see, this is how we have done with the login. Okay, team, just try to guess the relationships, how we can show this relationship between essential use case and supporting use case. Please type in chat box how we can show the relationship. Try to guess. Team, please respond. Type in chat box. What is the relationship we can give for the login to complete that login for to show the username? What will be what we can use here? What is the relationship we can use? All three extend. Okay. Essential username. Essential username. Okay. I'm asking you the relationship, Rahul. Like for username to login, what is the relationship we can show? Like include or extend or what we can show for that? Ashwini extend. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Good response. I'm getting response in good way. Like some are giving include, some are giving essential, some are giving so that you are involving in the subject. Okay, fine. See, if for this username we need to give include. Okay, because as I told you, username is a mandatory thing. To show that mandatory thing, I am using include. Okay. As I told you, to show this include, the arrow must be down arrow. The arrow must be towards the supporting use case. Okay. And coming to password. Password is also we can give as include because the password is also mandatory thing. Someone gave me correct answer, exact answer they have given. So password also a mandatory thing so that I am giving use case here. For forget password, I am giving it is an extend because always we won't use this forget password, right? So that I am using extend. Oh, sorry. So that I am using extend here. Okay. See, to identify these include and extend relationships, we are having for the include, it will show you the name as uses, and for extend, it will show you the name as extend itself. Okay. So in this way, you can identify those. So we have done with the login. So now we can go with the product catalog. So I'm giving essential use case here for the product catalog. Okay. So this is the product catalog I'm giving. So the supporting use case, I'm giving a search. And for the other supporting use case, I'm giving it as filter. And the other thing, I'm giving it as add to cart. Okay, team. So this is how I have given the essential use case and supporting use cases, like what are the main functionality and the details we have given. So try to guess here also what will be the relationships we can use it here for the product catalog and all. Try to guess. Team, please respond. Search include, okay. What are the other things? Extend, okay. What are the other things? Filter is extend, search is include, add to cart is include, okay. Okay, fine. Search is include, filter, and add to cart will be extend, okay. Mm-hmm. Good team, good response. I'm getting good response from you. So here, product catalog. See, whenever we are opening that Meesho app, see, if we want to buy a product, then we can go with the search option. Otherwise, we won't go. Simply, we can close it, right? So it will be an optional thing. We can use either no. And the filter, it will also, if you want to filter option, then we will use, otherwise we won't use. So it will be also come under extend and add to cart. If we want to purchase that product in mandatory thing, then only we can go with the add to cart. Otherwise, we won't go with the add to cart also. So that for these three options, I am giving the extend itself. Okay. So for the three things, I am giving extend. Okay. So in this way, I have done with the product catalog as a given extent for every detail, because it is these all things are an option. If you want to search, then only we will search. Otherwise, we won't. If you want to filter, then only we will filter. Otherwise, we can't go with that. Add to cart is also, if you want to purchase, then we will add to the cart. Otherwise, we can go with the wish list. Okay. These are all the things as I have given extend here. So okay, so we have done with we have added to the cart. Let us assume we have added product to the cart, so that after adding to the cart, we need to give our purchase, right? Okay, so I'm going with the add to cart now. So, so after adding the products to the cart, we are going for the payment process. Okay, for that payment process as essential use case. To show this payment process, I'm using the essential use case and the supporting use cases, the details. So this will be the payment process I'm giving. So for to complete this payment, I'm giving the options like COT, means cash on delivery I'm giving, and UPI. Nowadays we are all are using this UPIs, right? So that I'm using the UPIs, and also I'm giving the cards. So these are the three things I have given. Okay. Okay, team, try to guess it, whatever the use case, what is the relationship we can use it here. Try to guess. A Prajwal activity diagram is different and use case diagram is different. Okay. I will explain you the activity diagram also. Okay. Guess with the payment extend for all. Okay. Mm-hmm. Extend, extend. Okay, team. Everyone are thinking it is an extend and some are giving me as include. Okay. Team, here you have missed another relationship. As I told you in the introduction, we are having three types of relationships. That is a generalization. Because, as I told you, extend is an optional thing we are using. We can use it or either not. It is an optional thing, our wish. But for the generalization, we are having multiple options, but we need to select one thing is mandatory to complete that payment process. Without selecting any one of these, we can't go with the payment process, right? So it is a mandatory thing to select one option. In extend, we can go with the search or not. It is an optional. Filter is also an optional. Add to cart is also optional. Okay. So that in that situations we are using extend. We can use or we cannot use. But generalization, mandatory to use one option. Okay, so in that particular scenarios, we are using this generalization. And to show this generalization, we are using the extend itself. We can rename it. Okay, so as I told you, extend we are showing the upward towards the payment, right? So we can rename it whenever we are double click on the double click on that arrow. You will be getting a stereotype here. The option you can select. You need to select empty space. For the stereotype, you won't select any option like inherit or private or extend or anything you won't select. You need to select the empty space so that it will be considered as generalization. For include, it will be name it as uses. For extend, it will be name it as extend. But for generalization, we won't show any name. It will be an empty arrow. Okay. So for all of this, I'm using generalization itself. Okay. Team, don't get confused to give these relationships. Okay. See, in this way, I have given generalization for the payment process. So after completing of that payment process, we need to, I'm giving the order details because we need to know what are the status of that order, right? So here I'm giving the essential use case as order details and the supporting use cases. So in this way, I'm giving order details for the essential use case. I am giving order details. In the supporting use cases here, I am giving SMS and here I'm giving it as mail. Okay. So whenever we want to know about the order status, like it is confirmed or not, we are getting SMS and mail at a time, right? So that I'm giving supporting use cases like order, like SMS and mail for to get to know about these order details. And here we can use, what is the relationship we can use it here for the order details? Extend both, include, All three general. Okay. What about order details? Extend generalization. Okay, team. So for order details, I'm giving here include. Okay. So the both will be mandatory thing. We are getting the SMS and mail in the same time, right? So it will be considered as include. Okay. This will be the mandatory things. So in this way, we are using these essential and supporting use cases by giving the relationships. So now I'm using the actor. Here the actor is completing these relationships, right? Right? Okay. So here I'm using the communication line to show how it is going to. See here the actor is interacting to complete that registration. He is interacting with the system to complete that registration, right? So that I'm using the communication line to show that relationship, and we can rename it for the actor. Let me rename it as customer. So in this way, I'm using communication line to show this one. Okay. So in this way, I'm using communication line. See, if you're getting a communication line in between these names, you can resize it. Okay. Can try. You can change this angle so that you will be getting a clear idea. Okay. Clear vision you will get to show. So in this way, you can show these communication line, this relationship, how the user is interacting with the system, how he is completing all the registration, login, product catalog, and payment and order details. Everything we can show in this way how the customer is interacting. So this is the primary actor we are having. So as I told you, actors are two types, like primary actor and the secondary actor, right? So primary actor is interacting with the system, and the secondary actor is helpful to complete the functionalities, whatever the primary actor is doing. So I'm using another actor here, the secondary actor. So the secondary actor, I'm giving here database, otherwise DB, database admin I'm giving. So whatever the details we are giving for the registration, we are giving username, email, and phone number. For login, username and password we are giving. So whatever the details we are giving, that details will be stored in this database so that it will be considered as secondary actor. So whenever the data is storing for the in the database, it will be helpful for the customer. So whatever the details he given, it will be helpful for the customer to complete this functionality, right? So in this way, the secondary actor is helpful for the primary actor. Okay. So I'm using communication line here again. So in this way, I'm giving the communication line for the secondary actor for login and registration. I'm giving. Okay. And for the product. catalog also I'm giving this communication line. And payment, for payment, so for the payment process also I'm giving. So whatever the details we are giving, that UPI details or COD or cash on delivery details, it will be going stored in the database, so that I'm using database here. So for the order details, we can give it as delivery partner, we can give for the delivery order details. So delivery partner will be helpful to us to know about the delivery status, right? And also he will be helpful for us to take our orders, right? So here I am using the another secondary actor to show this order details. So let me rename this actor like delivery partner. So in this way, we are drawing this use case diagram to show how the actors are interacting with the system, how the types of actors like primary actor and secondary actor, how the primary actor is interacting with the system, like how he is completing the functionalities and the use cases, how we are using these essential and supporting use cases, and how we are showing the relationship between the use case, like essential use case and supporting use case, and the communication line how we are using, and how the secondary actor is helpful for the primary actor to complete all these functionalities. So to show the for the technical team, in this way we are drawing it and we are showing to the technical team to get a clear idea from the user's perspective. Okay, so this is all about the use case diagram. So now I'll explain you about the activity diagram. So now I will explain you about the activity diagram. So activity diagram, it shows from the system's perspective, as I told you, right? From the system's perspective, to show from the system's perspective, we are using this activity diagram. Activity diagram to show the visual representation from the system's perspective. Okay. So the components we are having for this the components we are having for this activity diagram are like start node, action state we are having, and control flow. So when I will show you in the diagram, you will be getting a clear idea about these components, the decision box we are having, and the fork and join, branch and merge also we are having, branch and the end node. Okay. So these are the components we are having like start node, action state, control flow, decision box, fork and join, branch and merge, and end node. These are the components we are having. So action start node, it will be helpful for us to start the to show the activity. Whenever we are starting the process, it will show, we can show from the starting onwards to by using the start node. So for the action state, whatever the activity we are performing, it will show, we can show it in the action state. And coming to control flow, it will show the, like, it will show the relationship, like how the activity to show from one action state to another state. And coming to fork and join, fork and join, it will be used to split the flow of control on the multiple concurrent flow. So when I will show you this fork and join and the branch and merge, you will be getting a clear idea about them. So branch and merge, it will be representing a decision point where the flow of control divides into multiple flows. Okay, and the merge, it will be used to bring together that multiple alternative paths into one flow. Okay, this is and the join, we can use it to combine multiple parallel flows of control back into one. Okay, this is how we are showing these fork and join, branch and merge. And the end node, it will show the activity will stop it here by using this end node. Okay, so these are the components of activity diagram. Okay, let me show you in this MS Visio tool how we are adding this activity diagram. I'm inserting a page. Let me resize it to 100. See here in this UML activity, we are having the components to show this activity diagram. We can select this UML activity, like this is the start node we are having, and this is the action state we are having. This is the action state to show the activity, whatever the activity we are performing. And this is the control flow to show how it is, to show the relationship between one action state to another action state. Okay, and this is the decision box we will use in yes or no conditions. To show in yes or no conditions, we are using this decision box. And we are using the control flow. Mm. And the fork we are using, this is the fork we are using, we can extend it, and it will be the join. Okay, and the branch and merge also I will explain you while I'm drawing the diagram. You will be get a clear idea about the branch and merge component also. Okay, so this is how these all the so these are the components we are having in this action activity diagram. So for first thing, we have done with the registration in UML diagram, right? So for the first thing, we are going towards the registration. For the registration, I am giving the, like I have started to complete that registration. And as I showed in this action state, I am giving it as registration. Okay, for this registration, I'm using our details like username. So again, I'm taking an activity state here. So here I'm giving the username. And here in this action state, I'm giving like email. Okay, this is how I'm showing the details for the registration. We are giving a username and email, and after giving the details, the registration will be completed successfully, right? So that here I'm showing again registration is successful. So by using this end node, it is the final node. We can show it here. The difference between start node and end node is we are having the start node with the black point. It will show you the black circle. For the end node, it will show you the black circle, and around that black point, we will be having a circle around that point. Okay, so this is the difference of to identify that start node and the end node. So as I told you, we are using this control flow to show how one activity state is connecting with the another activity state. So this is how I'm showing by using the control flow. I'm showing how one activity state is connected with the another activity state. And this is the start node. We have given registration. And for the registration, we are giving username and email. And after giving the details, the registration will be successful. So as of now, the registration is completed. The registration part is completed. To show that registration is completed, we are using this end node. Okay. So this is how we have done with the registration. Now we can go with the login. Let me insert another page. Login. Let me resize it. So for the login, the same way I'm giving the start node. See, for the registration, I have used the different the separate start node, and I have closed that registration to show that closing the registration I have used end node, right? For the same every functionality, to show every functionality, we need to start it separately, and we can close it separately. Okay. So I'm using the action state here for the login, and the details I need to give for the login. Okay, so let me use a decision box here for you to show how a decision box will be helpful for us. Okay, so for this login page here, I am renaming it as login. So to complete this login, I am using the username and the username and password itself. Okay, okay. So let me give a password here. So I'm using decision box. Okay, password. Okay, I'm using the control flow to show this. So in this way, we can connect one action state to another action state by using this control flow. And for here password, I'm using a decision box to know that password is correct or not. So if the password is correct, then the flow will be going to complete for the to show like login is successful. Otherwise, we can also show like whatever the password is wrong given is wrong, we can show it here by using another. Let me give another arrow. So here I am connecting for the login again. So if the password is incorrect, so whatever the password is incorrect, it will be redirected again for the login to give the details again. Okay. So how we need to show it here whether the password is correct or wrong. See, for to show that yes or no conditions, we need to use guard condition. So just give double click on that arrow. Here it will show you the properties. In these properties, you will be having an option like guard. Select that guard, and here in this body, you need to give a condition. I am giving S condition here. Okay. So here it will show the guard condition for us. S. So to show the no in the same way, we need to give double click on that arrow, select guard condition. In this body, we need to write our condition as no. See here, it has shown the no option, right? In this way, we are giving our guard conditions to show yes or no, to show the yes or no. So for while we are using this decision box, we need to use that guard condition so that it will be helpful for you, for us to show a clear vision for the technical team. Okay. So here in this action state, I am giving login is successful. Okay. So in this way, I am showing the login. So after the login is successful, here itself I am stopping my functionality. Okay. So this is the login process I have done by using the activity diagram. Login. For the login, I have started login. For the login, we are going to give the username and password details. Here we are showing the decision box like yes or no conditions we are using to show the decision box, and we have shown that login is successful. And here itself we have stopped that functionality. Okay. So in this way we have done. So now we can go with the payment process. Oh, let me resize it. So for to show this payment process, what are the components we are using in this activity diagram? So in the same way, I'm starting the process to show the payment process. Here I have started, and the action state I am giving here. Let me rename it as payment. So for payment, we are using the three things, the three uh, details like cash on delivery, UPI, and the cards, right? So these are the details we are using. So in activity diagram to show this kind of situations, like we are having multiple options, if we want to show the flow, so we need to select these here. So I am giving here the decision box. See here I am using branch and merge component. Okay. This is not fork and join, Rahul. It is a branch and merge. Okay, so I'm giving the control flow here to show the things, to show how one state is connecting for the another state. The branch and merge component, here it is a starting node to show the branch and merge. We are using the decision box. We are we are showing how the actions are splitted into multiple things. Let me show you in a clear way. See, in this way we can show our the actions are multiple the actions are divided into multiple splits. Okay. So in this way we are using this branch and merge. So this is a branch. Whatever I have given now to show these multiple splits, it is a branch. This is a decision mark. This is the starting point of the branch. It separates the actions. It splitted the actions, multiple actions into separate. And let me rename this cash on delivery, UPI. So cards. Okay, so here as I have given three action states and the merge branch and merge, right? So merge component we are showing again. I am taking a decision box here. Again, see whatever the actions we have splitted into multiple, we are joining it one point. The multiple splitted actions will be combined towards one point, then it will be considered as merge. Okay. See, this is a branch, this is a merge. In branch, whatever the multiple actions we are having, it will be splitted into multiple. We can show it in this way. And whatever the multiple flows we are showing, it will be combined at one point. It will be the merge. Okay. Branch and merge. So here I am stopping this action state so that payment is successful. Let me use another control flow here. And I'm using here itself we have done with the payment successful, so that I am using end node to show the payment process is done. Okay, so this is how we are using the branch and merge. And and the next thing is order. Vignesh, we didn't skip the order. Next thing is order details. Okay, first we need to complete our payment, right? Then only we can go with the order details. Let me resize it. So to show these order details, as I told you, in for order we are getting SMS and also mail. We are getting both the things in at a time, right? So to show that kind of scenarios by using this activity diagram, this way we need to use we need to start this we need to start it and we need to give it here in this action state. Let me rename it as order details. And to show this order details, we are getting, let me give another action states. Let me give the details like SMS. And here I'm giving SMS and the email. Okay. So as I have given these details. See, to show these details, so we are getting these details in at a time. So to show these kind of scenarios, we are using the component is fork and join. This is a fork we are using. Okay. And the join we are using here to show whatever the functionalities, like whatever the actions we are getting at at a time, the parallel actions we to show the parallel actions, we are using this fork and join component. Okay. Let me give a control flow to show this. So this is how we are showing. Okay. See the fork, it is a fork, the starting point. We are showing that both parallel actions. We are showing the both parallel actions, and the parallel actions, whenever we are getting the output will be the same. Like we are get to know that order is conformal, right? So in this way we can show we can use this joint. Okay. So let me give another action state here. So we have done with the order details. Order details also we have get confirmed. This is successful. So let me give a control flow here. And we have done with the order details, right? So that I'm giving end node here. So this is how we are using fork and join component to show for the order details. Okay. So this is the use case diagram. Sorry, activity. We are using the components here, the start node, action state, and the control flow, and the end node to show for the registration. We have used these components, and for the login, we have used the action state, start node, and the decision box, and the guard conditions. We have used it here. And for the payment process, we have used the branch and merge component by using the decision box and the action state and all. And for the for the fork and join, we are using. So the fork and join we have used for the fork and join we have used it to show the order details. Okay, this is how we are using these use case and activity diagrams. Okay, so these are the order details. These are the order details we are using to show the fork and join component. So this is all about the use case diagram and activity diagram. And this is all about how we are using MS Visio tool. Okay. So, so as of now, we have done with the MS Visio tool. We have completed how to use that MS Visio tool and how we are using, how we are drawing the use case diagram and activity diagram. So now we can go with the Balsamiq and Azure RP tools. So team, if you want to go with a break for 5 minutes, or else I can continue with this. If you want break for 5 minutes, yeah, of course. Abdul, you can also use Dodo.io to do this. If you have any doubts, you can ask for. At the end of the session, I will give you the time so that you can ask me. Team, if you want to go for break, let me know, please. Okay. Okay, team. Go for the break for 5 minutes and we will start our session within 5 minutes. We can go with the Balsamiq and the Azure tool. See, those Balsamiq and Azure tools will be very interesting for you to know how to do with all the things. I will explain you all the things. So go for the break for 5 minutes and come back within 5 minutes. Okay. We will start our session. You can go for the break for the 5 minutes. Okay, team, we can get back to the session. So now I'm going to explain you about the Balsamiq. So Balsamiq tool, it is founded in March 2008 by Peldi Gulzoni. So it is used to create web applications like to create the wireframes. We can create by using these Balsamiq, we can create the wireframes and mockups. Okay. So So by using this Balsamiq tool, we can go with the wireframe and mockups. So these are the things we can go. Team, whatever the doubts you are having, please ask me at the end of the session. I'll explain you everything. Okay. Okay. See, wireframe and mockups we are going to do in the by using this Balsamiq tool. So wireframe, it is a raw visual representation of the website or app designs. So it is like a blueprint. Okay. Wireframe, it is like a blueprint. I will show you while I'm explaining you about the Balsamiq tool. I will show you what is a wireframe and what is a mockup. What is the difference? I will explain you everything in the tool. So wireframe, it is a blueprint. Only the sketch, as how we are doing a sketch in a paper. In the same way, we are doing a sketch in the Balsamiq tool. So it will be a wireframe. And mockup, whenever we are going through the mockups, it will be like it is an improved version of the wireframe. Like it will show how the future system will look like. Like for example, whenever we are designing two pages, we can navigate from one page to another page by using these mockups. Okay. So the difference between these wireframe and mockups and the prototype also we are having another thing. The prototypes we are drawing by using Azure RP tool. Okay, the difference between these wireframe, mockup and prototypes are wireframe, it is a blueprint, as I told you, it is like a sketch, and mockup, it is an advanced stage of wireframe, and it will show how the future system will be. And the prototype, it is a replica of the future system, like which it means like interaction. We will interact with that web designings. So whenever we are clicking on an action, it will be redirected, and it will show the actions whatever we are doing. It will show by the prototype from the Azure tool. Okay. So wireframes, we can go with the sketch, like by using pen or pencil, we can go with easily. So it will be designed very quickly in a quick way. It will be easy to do. And mockups, like mockups, as I shown you, we are using these mockups to show how one page is navigating to the another page. And it will be in advanced stage. We can show the colors for the objects and all. And for the prototype, it will be an actional state. We can show the action how it is working. Okay. So this is the difference between the wireframe and mockup and the prototype. So now Azure RP tool. So Azure RP, it is used to do the prototypes. As I told you, prototypes are an advanced stage of mockups. So in mockups, like we are navigating from one page to another page, but in prototypes, whenever we are clicking on a particular thing, it will be redirected immediately. Okay, so it will show the actions like how we are giving the buttons and all, how they are working. We can show it like how we are giving the details like username and password, how it is uh, taking all the inputs whatever we are giving. Okay, we can see all of them by using this prototype. Okay, so as I will show you how it will be work for you. Okay, so I'm going with the Balsamiq tool. So this is the Balsamiq tool we are having. As I shown you, to draw the web applications we can use this Balsamiq tool. So these are the widgets we are having. These are the widgets we can use, all these kind of widgets to draw, to show the web application designings. And this is the interface. We need to draw these web pages here in this interface, and here we can show the n number of pages we can add it here in these pages. Okay, and these are the prototype, like it will show you the things we can edit it here in this. Okay, so if you want to do any edit in these pages, we can go through this one. Okay, this is about this Balsamiq tool, the interface of this tool, and these are the widgets we are having. And these all the buttons and widgets we are having. We can use all these kind of widgets to design the web applications. Okay, so we have done, as I shown you in the use case and activity diagrams, as I shown you the registration, login, and product catalog, and also like payment process and order details, right? In the same way, same as I am showing you here, how we are going with the registration, how we are going with the login, and how we are going with the product catalog, everything I will show you in this Balsamiq tool. So this is, let me take this widget like browser. So as of now, I am giving the registration. I am designing the registration page. So here I am creating a link. Okay. This is a web link we are creating here. www dot e-commerce application. E-commerce application. As of now, I am giving registration. Okay. For the registration, I am creating the registration page. See here in this, it is showing whatever the link we have created, it is showing here in this. Okay, so and the widget, as for the registration, as I'm using to show that registration, I am using here like this text area, the widget text area I'm using to show, to name it as registration. Okay, so we can resize it. And to give that username, as we know, we need to give the details like username and password, right? So here I'm using text input to show like whatever the details we are giving, to show that details we can use this text input. Okay, so in this way we can use this text input. So It's not getting to resize. Just give me a minute. Okay. So here we need to know it is for the username. It is the input, whatever the input we need to give for like your name. If you want to give your name, you can type it here in this text input. So the password also we can give it here. To show like to show this username and all, I'm using some text. Username and the password. Let me show you for the registration. I'm giving here password. So let me take another some text widget. Here I'm giving email. Okay. So this is how we are using the widgets. Like I have used some text and the text input, and also I have used text area to show this registration, and also I have created a link. In this way, we are creating the web pages. And here I am giving a button. See this button I am using. So whenever we are giving this button, mm, so here I am giving login. So for the oh sorry, let me rename it as registered. So this button will helpful for us to do an action like to navigate from one page to another page. We can use this button. If if we are using this rectangle or a text input or a text area, it won't be redirected because there will be a difference between button to text areas. Okay, so make sure keep it in mind. So it these will be the different. This is the difference between the buttons and text areas and all. If we want to navigate from one page to another page, we need to use the button option. It is an actional state. Okay. So this is a wireframe we have created now. This is a wireframe. It is a blueprint. Okay. There is no color here. There is no actionable. Whenever I'm clicking on register, it won't be redirected to anywhere. Okay. This is just a wireframe. See, in a paper, we have given a sketch, blueprint we have given. This is a wireframe. Okay. So to know the difference, like mockup, if you want to give any mockup, so select these. mm, for the background, let me give a color here. Any color like I'm giving green. See, in this way, we can design our wireframes by giving colors. And for the button also, we can give the color by selecting that button. Here it will show you the options like to coloring or to resizing or to for the layering, auto sizing, everything it will show here. So whenever I'm clicking on register, it will show the options like in this way so that for the background color I'm using, let me give the green color for it to show it is a register purpose. So whenever we are giving the inputs, whenever we are clicking on register, it will be done. The register will be done so that we can navigate to the another page. Okay. So this is how we have done with the registration page. So let me add the another page. Here in this corner, left side corner, we will be having an option like place option. We can click on we can select that place. Otherwise, we can select this page, right click, and we can duplicate it. Okay. So I have done with the duplication. Here for this registration in this new mock one, let me rename it as registration page. Okay. For this one, let me rename it as login. So for this login, here in the text area, I am renaming it as login. And this link also we can change. It will be like I'm giving login page. Okay. So as this, we have given username here. We can, for the email, we can rename it as password. Okay. Password. So this is how we have created another page for login. So for the button, I am renaming it as login. So in this way, we have created with the login page also. Okay, let me duplicate it again. So for this, let me rename it as product catalog. So for the product catalog, let me rename it as product catalog products. Let me rename it as products. So let me remove all these. For the product catalog, we need, oh, sorry. For the product catalog, we need images, right? We need the products. To add the products, if we want to show any product, we can use option like image. Let me give an image here. So if we want any images, we can give a double click on it. So it will open your folder, like the images it will show you. Like I'm selecting a image here to show, for example, to show this I am using this one. Let me resize it. So in this way we can add our products. Okay. So in this way we can add our products. Let me add another product. So just select that image, double click on it, and it will open your, from the folder file explorer, you can select your images, whatever the images you need to add, you can add. So in this way I am giving. Let me resize it. So in this way we are adding our products to show the cart. So in this way we are creating our product catalog. So here I am using, we have done with the image and all, right? So now I'm using, like I'm using the checkbox. So let me rename it as women dress. Okay. So let me give another checkbox here. Shirt. So I have given these, I have given these women dress and shirts. Okay, let me add the price for it. So we can also use radio button here. We are having a radio button option. We can go with this radio button also. Okay. So in this way you need to, you can use all these buttons and all. So let me take a new stepper. So by using new stepper, what is the use of new stepper means how many products are available See, for example, I have given a stepper here. Here I am having in the product catalog, we are having three dresses so that we are showing it here by using this new stepper. Okay. So in the same way, I'm using for the shirts also. Let me rename, let me change the number, let me change the count to 5. The shirts, we can give another count like 6. So in this way, in dresses, we are available with 5 and the shirts, we are available with 6. In this way, we can use this stepper to show how many things are available. So to, okay, also I'm also adding the price. For to add the price, I am using text area. So for each dress, let me give like 300 for each shirt, each dress. And the shirt, I'm giving here as 500. Okay. So in this way, we have created our product catalog. So let me rename to this button as we have done with the product catalog, right? Add to cart, I'm giving it here. Add to cart. So whenever we are clicking on this add to cart, it will be redirected to the cart page. Okay. So now we can create the add to cart page. So let me change this. Let me rename it as, let me rename it as, okay. Okay, fine. So I have forgotten to change this link products. Okay, so for the product catalog, let me rename here as add to cart page. Rename. So here, cart I have given. So in this way, you can practice with this Balsamiq tool how to utilize all the widgets and all. If you want to design in another level, like next level also, you can practice. While you're practicing, you can get all the things. Okay. So make sure to practice after this session so that you will be having a clear idea about all the widgets and how to create the web designs and all. Okay. So in cart, I'm giving, let me add the shirts. So for this, I'm removing this stepper because I have added to cart, right? So that I have removed that stepper. And here in this way, I have created the cart page. So for this button, let me rename it as payment. Okay. Whenever we have, after this is the cart page, whenever we are clicking on this payment, we can redirect it to that payment page. Okay. So this is how we have done with the product catalog and the add to cart page. Now we can go with the payment page. Okay. So let me rename it as payment page. Mm, I'm changing this link and I'm removing this all, the username and all I am removing. So to show this payment, I'm using, as I told you, we can use all the things like checkboxes and all, right? So here I will use like the radio button I'm using. The radio button I have given here. Let me give as COT. Okay. And also we can use, let me give another thing, checkbox I'm giving for the another option. See here I'm giving separate option like radio button and checkboxes because to show you a clear idea how we can use all the widgets. Okay, in this way you can use all the widgets to show a design, to create a design, web page design. We can use all these widgets in this way. And let me use another thing, a combo box. So here we can add a number of things, okay? Cards I'm giving. So it is a Dropbox, okay? So in this way we can use all the widgets to show how our page design will be. So we can select one thing here, either COD we can use or UPI we can use cards also. So let me rename it as for the payment process. We have after completing of the payment, we need to go with the order details, right? Uh, Otherwise, the payment successful page. It will show the order status. Okay. Status. Okay. Let me create another page. I'm renaming it as order status. Order status. So here I'm changing the link here as I have given payment, right? So this is the order status. Okay. Let me remove all this. So here I'm using another text area or text input I'm using. So to show in this text input, it will show like payment successful, order confirmed. Okay. Payment success. Payment successful. So let me color it. Oh, let me select a color here. So in this way, I have shown the payment is successful. Let me rename for this button as product catalog. I'm renaming it as. Okay. So in this way, we have created our web pages for the registration. For the registration, we have done for the login and product catalog and the cart we have created and the payment page and the order status. These are the web pages we have created here. And coming to, so now we need to go with like how it will be navigated from one page to another page. Okay, here we need to give links for one page to another page. Let me preview it. Let me show you. Here in this corner, the right side corner, you will be having a video button option. So click on this video button option. It will give you how, it will show you how we can preview it. So see, whenever I'm clicking on this process products, it is not redirecting to any page because it is not showing anything because we didn't given any links for pages, right? So that it is showing like this. So now we can give the links for one page to another page. To give the links for one page to another page, we need to click on this register. We need to click on this button. So it will show you the option like links here. Okay. So select that links here. It will show you the all the pages, whatever the pages we have created. It will show all the pages here. So that here for registration, I am giving login. I am giving link for the login. So whenever we are clicking on register, it will be redirected to the login page. Okay. For the login page, I am giving link here in the same way we can give the links so that I am giving the for the login page I am giving the link for the product catalog, and for the product catalog I am giving the link here. In the same way we need to select that button. First we need to select that button and we can click on links, and we can click we can add, we can select it for what which page we need to connect, we can connect it. Okay, for the add to cart I am giving link for the payment process. So for the payment page, I am giving link for the order status. And for order status, I am giving link for the product catalog. Okay. So this is how we have given all the links for one page to another page. So I think you have get an idea why I have given these names for the buttons. Like for the product catalog, I have given to the add to cart page, and for the cart page, I have given payment. I think you have get an idea now to create, to give that links, to get an idea, to give that link. Whenever this is a cart page, when we need to redirect it to payment page, we can click on payment so that the payment page will be open, right? So that I have given these, I have renamed all these. Okay, so we have created the links from one page to another page. Let me preview now. Let me click on the video button. See here, we have created a page for the registration. Here we can give our username and email. Okay, so let me click on register. See, it navigated to login page, right? In the same way, we can go with the, we can click on login page so that it open the product catalog page. So in the same way, I have selected a product and I have clicked to the add to cart page. So I'm clicking on add to cart page. The cart page is open so that now I want to go with the purchase. So payment, so that I'm clicking on payment so that the payment page is open. Now I can select any option here and I can go with the payment process. Whenever I have done with the payment process, now we can click on order status so that the payment page is successful. It's showing us payment is successful, your order is confirmed. So that whenever I'm giving on products, it will be redirected again to the product catalog. Okay, so in this way, we can use our Balsamiq tool to show all the web designs, all the page designs and the navigations. Okay, so now I think you have get a clear idea what is wireframe and mockup. Okay, the wireframe, as I shown you, the empty, we didn't have any designings, colors, and the navigations. Only the blueprint I have shown you the first. It will be a wireframe. Now, whatever the things we have added, the colors and the links we have created, and we are navigating. So this will be a mockup. It will be an advanced stage of the wireframe. So this will be the difference between both. And now, so this is about the Balsamiq tool, how to create all the things. And we can go to the Azure RP tool now. So as I told you about the Azure RP tool, so this is the interface of the Azure RP tool. So these here it shows the pages, like how many pages are there, like n number of pages we can add it here, and these are the widgets available for us to complete the page designs and all. And these are the interactions. So we can give the links for one page to another page. We can give it here by these interactions. And the properties, the styles, if we want any style for the pages we are creating, we can give by using these properties and styles. Okay, so this is all about the interface of Azure RP tool. So now we can create our pages here. See, listen carefully, team. See the Akash, we need to cover all the three tools, Akash. Okay, Azure RP, after completing of this Azure RP, the session will be completed. Okay, please be with the patience. Please listen carefully. Okay. After completing of this session, you can go with the practice because if you want time to practice now, it is not possible because we are having 3 hours of time to complete all these three tools. Okay, Akash, please understand. We need to complete all these three tools within these 3 hours. After that, you can practice. Okay, after completing of this session, you can practice any number of times. Okay. So Azure RP tool. See, to create the web pages, we are having in Balsamiq tool, we are having predefined widgets, right? But here we need to create our web pages and all the designs and the links. We need to create ourselves. Whatever the widgets we are, whatever the widgets we are having, with uh, by using these widgets, with the help of these widgets, we can go with the practice. We can create our web pages. Okay. So first, in the same way, in Azure RP tool, I am creating the web pages again for the registration. Okay. So in Balsamiq tool, we have a predefined web page, right? So, but here we need to create ourselves. To create that, I am using the rectangle widget here. So let me resize it. So let me take another field like text field I'm taking. So these are the widgets we are available, like common things like paragraphs and vertical lines and all. And the forms we are having and the menus, tables, everything we are having in this. So I'm taking the text field. So in this text field, let me rename here as username. Okay. So username I'm giving, and the another text field I'm taking. Let me rename it as email. Team, please listen carefully and with patience. It will be an interesting thing for you. And these tools will be helpful for you in implementing your projects. Okay. You need to create all the projects so that these will be helpful in your real time applications also. Okay. Listen carefully. So this is how I have created the details like username, email, and password by using the text field option. And now I'm using a button. We are having the button option here. This is a button shape we are having. And also we are having another option like HTML button. This is a HTML button. We can use this button also. But the difference is in HTML button and button shape. For the HTML button, we can't move, it won't show any action. But for the button shape, it will show you the actions. By using this HTML button, we can't navigate to anywhere. Only it will show it is like a name. We can give it a name, but it won't be clickable. It won't be an actionable thing. But for the button shape, we can give it an actionable thing. It will be a clickable thing so that we can use button shape here. So let me use a button here. Let me rename it as register. Okay. So here I have created the register. So if you want to add more, you can add it like you can use the placeholder here. Let me resize it. Like if you want to show any logos or any images, you can use this placeholder here. And also if you want to give any contact details or any information, you can use this button shape again. So here I'm giving like info or the contact. If you want to add your number, you can add it here, the contact. Otherwise, the information. If you want to add any information, you can add through this info or this. So in this way, we have created the registration page. So now if we want to color it, we can color it. Okay. Mm. To add the color, we can go with this filter option. Above we are having this color option. We can select any color. In this way, we can change our colors. Okay. We can add any color for that. So let me be like this. So here in this home page, let me rename this home page as register. So as we know why we are renaming that pages, right? Give we need to design we need to give the connections, right? So that purpose we are renaming these. So another page we are adding. Let me duplicate it. Let me select all the things. So we are creating another page. So we have done with the creation of another page. Let me rename this as login page. Okay. So let me give it as login. So username, email, password. Let me remove this email and username, password I have given. So this is the login page I have created again. So in this way, we can give our pages. If we want to add the pages also, we can add it from here. So double right click on it. You can rename it as login. Okay. So if we want to add another page, we can add it from here or itself. So whenever giving on right click on it, you can give like click on add and you can select child page so that the new page will be added for you. So let me create the product page for this product catalog. Okay, in this way I have given the product catalog. Okay, let me remove this contact and info. Okay, so this is the login page, and for the product catalog, we can duplicate that login page. Okay, so in this page, here in the product catalog, we are adding n number of image in the n number of products, right? To show all those products, we can use this image option. See, I'm adding the images. In the same way, you can add your images. So whenever you're clicking on that image, it will redirect you to your file explorer so that you can select your images there. Okay, as of now, I'm not adding any images. So let me rename. So for this first image, let me give as by using this heading 2, I am giving it as shirts I am giving. And by using another for this to rename, I am giving as shoes I am giving now. Okay. So this is how it is a product catalog page. The products are available. So here I am using another button like a radio button I am using. The radio button. Okay. So the radio button I am using to select the products. Okay. For that I am using the radio button. And after that, see here I'm adding a thing like if we have any offers, we need to show that. To show that offers, I'm using, let me show here the offer like, let me give again, I'm giving by using this heading 2, here I'm giving 50% offer, 50% off on shirts. Okay, this thing we need to show for that product. Okay, so in this way, I have created this page. So let me add button here. So we can rename it as add to cart. First, we can create all the pages and later we can connect one page to another page. Okay. So let me add another page. Double click on it. Sorry, right click on it. Select add. Select child page so that a page will be created again. So let me rename it as cart page. So for the cat page, we need all the things, right? So let me select. So let me select all these and I'm adding it here. Okay, this is the cart page I have created. So in this way, you can add all the things. So let me rename for this button as payment. Okay, so this is the cart we have created and this is the payment page. To create the payment page, so for the payment page, I'm using So we can use this radio button as the same way how we have used it before. So for this radio button, I am renaming it as COD cash on delivery. So again, I'm using checkbox here. So for this checkbox, I'm giving UPI. So again, I'm using another button like, so I'm using another button like widget like drop list I'm using here. So we will see the use of this drop list. Okay, I'm doing it here. So in this drop list, we can add our whatever the thing we can add, we can. So I'm adding UPI, UPI I'm giving, and I'm adding another thing, UPI, COD, cash on delivery, or the cards I'm using here. Okay, in this way we can give our list for by using this drop list. So in Balsamiq tool, we didn't have any option like that to add all the things. But in Azure RP tool, uh, as I told you, it is an advanced stage for the Balsamiq, right? So that I am giving, we can give all these things here. So click on OK. Okay. So in this way, we can create our payment page by adding all these. So let me add a button here. The button shape I am adding here, let me rename it as purchase. Okay, so in this way I have created the payment page also. Now we can go with order status. Okay, so let me rename this page as, I'm giving here payment page. Okay, so for this page I'm renaming, let me rename it as order status. So by using rectangle, let me resize it. So it will show as order is successful. Okay, so let me use another button shape here so that again we can go with the product catalog. Okay, so in this way we have created all the pages. For the registration we have created, and for the login we have created, product catalog we have done with, and the cart page we have created, and the payment page we have done, and the order status also we have done. So now we need to give links for this. So to give links for one page to another page, you can select this button. Please listen carefully from here onwards. You need to select this button, and after selecting that button, click, select on click, double click on it, And here you can give open link. Select in this links option, you can select open link. So in this open link, you will be having whatever the pages you have created, all the pages it will show you here. Okay. So for the registration page, I am selecting login and click on OK. So that the page will be linked to the login page. Okay. And for the login page, in the same way, we need to select the button, click on, select on click, give double click on it and click on open link. Here for the login page, I am giving product catalog. Select OK. And in the same way for the product catalog, select that button, double click on click, open link. So open link and cart page. So in this way, you can give links to every page. You need to select the button option and you can give in this way. Payment page. And for the payment page, select button, double click on click, open link. For open link, you can give one click, one time you can select it. Otherwise, it will create n number of links. So only you can give one. So you can select one link. So order status I am giving. Click on OK. For this order successful, let me color it. From these properties and styles, we can add the colors and all. Okay. So here I am having the color option. You need to select the style and select the color. Let me give green color for this. Okay. So in this way, you can add all the colors for the buttons and all. Okay. To add color for the button also, you can select the button and you can select the corner radius and you can select the color itself. Okay. In this way, you can add all the things. So for the order status, I'm selecting the button option. And I'm giving link for the product catalog. Okay. So we have given all the links for all the pages we have given links. So let us preview it or let us see how it is working. So here in this above of this designing page, above we are having in the corner, we are having preview button. Let us preview it. So here whatever the pages we have created, it has shown, right? So I'm clicking on register so that it is redirected to login page. The same way I'm clicking on login. It is showing the add to cart page. Sorry, the product page we have shown, and whenever we are clicking on add to cart, it is showing the cart page. So whenever we are selecting payment page, it is showing the payment page. And whenever we are selecting the purchase, it's showing order is successful. Okay, so in this way we have created and we are navigating from one page to another page. And now let us see other changes, what we can go, because it is an advanced stage, right? So we need to see in advance how it will work. We need to check now. We will check it now. So we have created the page links and all. So we can add the conditions for this. See, we have given it, right? We can also add these usernames and email and password. Okay. So if you want to enter those names, you can select this username. You can select this text field. The features will be same, like whatever the features we are having, it will be same. We are, as of now, we have created some features, but in Balsamiq tool, the features will be predefined. Okay, we won't create anything, but in Azure tool, we can create. So let me complete this Azure tool, how to go with, so that you will be getting a clear idea, Ganesh, between the difference between this Balsamiq and Azure. You will be getting a clear idea after completing this session. Okay, please listen carefully. See, Rahul, if in Azure tool we didn't create any web pages, but it is like we are creating the pages and how we are, how our portal is working, how the things are going on, the actions we can show it by using this Azure tool. But for the links, to create that links in Azure RP, if you want to create that links, it is not possible for us. It will be the developer's thing. It is not our things to create the links. Okay. In Balsamiq tool also, it is predefined web page, so that we have given the link. But we didn't create any separate page, right? In the, so that in Azure also in Azure that option is not available. Okay. So let us give these details. The text field, we need to name it. So we need to select this username, and here the right side corner we are having text field name. There we need to write the name, like let us give like let me rename it as, so here I am giving username. Okay, so here for the email we can the text field name I am giving it as email. And here the password, for the password also I am renaming it as password. So here we can give the conditions. Okay, to give the conditions, why we are giving conditions means, let me show you. Okay, just give me a minute. The username we have given here, the text field is username. In this, which properties and style, in the properties, the type means at what time, whatever the input we are giving, how it want to receive it. Okay, the username, it is like a text field, so that I am keeping the text itself. Here hint text means, let us give any name, like Rahul I am giving. Okay, Rahul. Okay, I have given Rahul here. And for email, I am giving, we need to show it is like a password, so that I am giving the text type is password. And hint text, whatever we are giving is, like let us give like 123 at the rate 4. Okay, I am giving the password in this way. Sorry, just give me a minute. Let me select here email, right? So I am selecting it as email. So 123 at the rate gmail.com. I am giving it as email. So for the it is showing the email, right? So for the password, let me select it as a password. The hint text I am giving the same whatever I have given, 123 at the rate 4 I am giving. Okay. So this is how we have given the inputs here. The username I have given. Name I have given, email I have given, and the password I have given. Okay, this is how it is showing. So let us preview it. Let us see how it will be work. So before that, we can add our condition. Okay. So select that button. Click on case 1. We need to select case 1. Double click on that case 1. Here it will show click on open link. Otherwise, we can give add condition. So whenever we are clicking on add condition, it will show like text on widgets. So I'm giving it as text on widgets, and the type, this will be the username. I'm giving the username, and it equals or does not equals or less than or the condition it will we are giving, and the value we are giving it as value itself. So the username, let me give it here as, let me give it here as Rahul. I'm giving the name Rahul. Okay. So this is a condition I am giving for the username. If I entered Rahul, then only the page want to redirect. Otherwise, it won't redirect. Okay. So in the same way, we can give another thing, these things. So this one will be the email. So here, let us give as 123@gmail.com. So in this way, I have given, right? So let me add another thing. This thing I will be adding like password. The password I'm giving as 123 @ 4. So whatever the details I have given here, when I'm giving the same details, then only it want to be redirect. Otherwise, it won't be redirect. Okay, this is a condition we are giving. So here we are having another option like satisfy this all option. If we select all, then whatever the details we are giving, all the details are correct, then only it will be redirect. Otherwise, if we select any, then if either the name is correct, then only it will be redirect. The mail is correct, the username and password are wrong, even though it will be redirect. Okay. So but as of now, I'm giving all, and selecting okay. So now we can preview it, what it will show. You can see what it will show. So the username here, the username I am giving Rahul, and the mail I have given, and the password I have given. Okay. So click on register. See, now it has redirected. Okay. So let us do another thing. So as condition we have given like username, password and email. Three will be want to be correct, then only the page will be redirected. Okay. So now here I am giving name as Ganesh. Let us see it is redirecting or not. See, it is not redirecting. I am clicking on the register, but it is not redirecting because the username is wrong. Okay. So in this way, the Azure tool we can use how it will be. In Balsamiq, we are only navigating pages. but in Azure, we are it is an actionable thing, right? Balsamiq, we won't have an option for this all the conditions. It is not an actionable thing. It is not an advanced thing. Okay. To create only mockups, we use that Balsamiq, but in Azure tool, it is different. Okay. Now let us see another thing. Okay. So I have given a condition, right, to show that percentage for the product catalog. I have given this percentage, right? So to show this percentage, I'm selecting this one and I'm right click on it and select set hidden so that it will be hidden. And to give the condition, because whenever we are selecting these shirts, then only it want to be appear, otherwise it won't be appear. See, let me give this thing. So I'm selecting this shirt option. I'm selecting the shirt option, and here we are having mouse enter and mouse over options. Here I'm selecting mouse enter. We need to select the item. The shirts we need to select after hiding it. We need to select the shirt and I'm giving mouse enter. I'm selecting here in this widgets. I'm selecting this show and hide option. Here I am selecting like I'm selecting it as like just give me a minute. So I didn't give the shape name. Just give me a minute. Here I am giving as discount. Let us check now. Okay, let us check now. Shirts, mouse enter. In this widgets, we need to select show and hide. So here I am selecting discount option. The discount shape I am selecting, and I'm giving here the option as show. Okay. Okay. So in the same way, I'm giving selecting the shirts. I'm giving the mouse out, selecting the show and hide option. And in the same way, I'm selecting the discount shape, whatever I have given. And here I'm selecting hide option and clicking on OK. So now we have given this condition for this to show and hide this option by using this mouse enter and mouse out. Let us preview it, how it will be work. See, whenever I am moving my cursor towards shirts, the offer is visible. 50% off on shirts is visible. Whenever I am removing my cursor from the shirts, it is not appearing. Okay. This is how we are using this Azure tool. Okay, team. This is how we are creating all the web pages and the links, how we are navigating from one page to another page, and how we are selecting all the things, creating links for one page to another page, and the mouse, how we are using this mouse over mouse enter, all the things about this Azure tool. And this is all about the MS Visio path